I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in UK test, part 484, while doing medial plane training. And if you participate in the medial plane training, that is at your own risk. And the medial plane is anatomically at the middle of the body, so we have some exercises always across this medial plane to train altogether. So, but first here we have something else. I have two cameras running. The first one is here for this learning and the medial plane training, and the other one is for a video which you're going to shoot with the title or also changes of the voting rights in the United Kingdom during the 19th century. And in that I try to talk everything what we have learned here about the voting things. I don't think we can say something to the middle class grew stronger, grew influence, more wealthy. I cannot explain it. I don't know what it means, and just saying that is useless. It's confusing more. So we can directly start with Reform Act 1832. And then 67, and then 18 and 19, 18 and 28. Okay, let's try it. It isn't a problem if we need multiple takes because that is a complex subject which is actually very easy. And through stumbling around with it, it might become obvious how easy it actually is. But it is a bit complicated. So. In the year it was 1828, it was 1832, this was 1928, 1852 and 1867. In the year 1832, there was the Reform Act in the United Kingdom. And with that Reform Act of 1832, many more people could vote. That new Reform Act 1832 abolished the old rotten boroughs and pocket boroughs. So these were constituencies, some areas, some in Britain, in which just one wealthy family could vote because they had to have a large amount of property to vote. But still after this Reform Act of 1832, most people couldn't vote. And there were then the Chartists in the 1830s and 40s who campaigned that every man in every region could every year vote secretly and also get voted for. So they wanted to expand the number of people who could vote, and also that they can vote secretly, that elections are regularly, and that they can also be voted for, so that they themselves can get votes to become members of parliament. And then the second Reform Act was in 1867. So the first one was in 1832 and the second one in 1867. And with that, again, as in 1832 already, the amount of property which people had to have to vote was reduced. And now many more people could vote. But women still couldn't vote, and there was then a lot of campaigning and demonstrating that women also have the right, and these people were called or are called the suffragettes. And then actually in the year 1918, women over the age of 30 could vote, and then in 1928 women got the same voting right as men. So from the year 1928 onwards, every woman could, the same way as every man in the United Kingdom, vote from the age of 21 onwards. And that is according to the Life in UK test handbook on several pages. I don't know what pages. It's right here, 43, 44, and 45. Now, I didn't mention the one word Emily Pankhurst also, but they said here about the suffragettes, yes, but maybe was a bit later, early 20th century. We're going to do a singular video about Emily Pankhurst, but I'm thinking about if it would be a good idea. We're taking that take, but I'm thinking if it would have been a good idea to say that. In a way not, we were pretty legal based, and I also intentionally brought it to the end, that it's not confusing from the beginning, that women couldn't vote also. I think it's better in this case not to mention Emily Pankhurst, just suffragettes we stayed pretty broad to all subjects. And when we're going to do another video to Emily Pankhurst, I have said multiple times Emily Pankhurst, it's Emily. So we are 5 minutes into this video. I'm going to stop the second camera now. And we're going to do now either the medial plane training But I think we could do Emmeline Pankhurst, but I don't think we're going to do that now. Let's make shortly what will be the other video after Emmeline Pankhurst, Rudyard Kipling. So we're going to say that it was born in India. And we're going to say also that it was in 1865. Was born in India and later lived in India, the UK and the USA. But he also lived in the UK and USA, let's say it that way. Easy to understand. He wrote books and also poems set in India and the United Kingdom. Oftentimes depicting the British Empire as a force of good. We could add that in some way. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature, 1907. We learned the Nobel Prize winners of literature. Wilbert William Golding, Seamus Heaney and Harold Pinter. Why is Rudyard Kipling not mentioned? Was he not a British citizen? He got the Nobel Prize in 1907. That do we have to say? And books, for example, are Just Stories in the Jungle Book. And he also wrote a poem, If. Now, I don't think it's in the public domain, so I'm not going to quote it then. Because it would be for education. It would be too much more than just educational purpose. But I could say what it's about. Okay, whatever. Now we used all the time that we had left. We're going to do first Emmeline Pankhurst. So if you're just here for the next video for Learning from Your Life in Your Cases, in which just next video we will do Emmeline Pankhurst as a video, what you all know about it, and then Rudyard Kipling. If you were just here for that, you can go directly to the next part, to Emmeline Pankhurst. Otherwise, the media plain training. If you participate in that, that is at your own risk. We are warming it up. We are doing the greeting mushroom. Bring the leg up and point the foot and extend, flexing. Now with your leg up and pointing and up, down, down. And the trunk igniter, legs are standing wide apart. We'll be breathing in. And in. And out. And again in. And out. Now breathe in and close the legs. And out. So, the exercise. We are bringing one leg up into a right angle with a flexed foot, wearing even line hips, and we twirl with the back, and now we're pressing from the top against the knee. Have a little bend in the elbow. You can do it comfortable, already so standing is an exercise, or you can do it also with an intermediate amount of force, also with a lot of force. Something in the middle is also okay. And over to the other leg. Same setup, and we're pressing forward. Even aligned hips, tall back, and a little bend in. Next exercise. Leg up. Now we're pressing from the inside. Even aligned hips, torn off the back, and a little bend in. A bit longer. And now with the other leg. Again, even aligned hips, taller with the back, a little bend in the other. And next exercise, leg up, and now the knee presses up to the side, up to the side. Even line hips, all of the back, now the knee presses up to the side. Next exercise, leg up, same setup, and the knee presses up to the side. Next exercise with a heavy swing now. Leg up, right angle with the leg, flexed foot, even line hips toward the back, pressing up on the outside. And we are opening slowly. Body pressing. And we're closing again slowly. We're opening again slowly. And we're closing again slowly. We do it 2 times, and we're going to do it 2 more times. And this is the last exercise. And the last time. And again, slowly closing. And now, the feet are back. Leg up, right angle with the leg, flex foot, even line hips toward the back, and pressing from the outside. I can't really put together what is all written in that if by Rudyard Kipling, because we have just the first 2 words. I could say the first verse opens with, explains, it doesn't really explain. And at the same time, advises, advocates for. And I think it was the second time, so 2 more times. So closing again. And now, the last time. And closing. Closing exercise, breathing in. And out. In. And out. In. And out. Breathe in and close the legs. And out. I thank you very much, and until next time.